What's up?
What's up, bro?
Good, and you?
It's been some time, huh? Yeah, basically, so to give a little update to people watching this interview, it's been basically 2.5 years,
Yes.
and now you're back.
I'm back.
Back main stage to the Elektric Park today. Was packed, huh?
It was huge.
A lot of people. Must feel great now to be back from COVID and just basically doing the main stage. Like, what was the feeling for you? Like, have you been waiting for that, or like, how do you prepare for this?
How did I prepare? I just took a flight. No, for real. I mean, I've been preparing since March 2019, I guess. I mean, that's when everything stopped. So, I mean, all of this time I was just thinking what would be cool to do as soon as everything comes back, you know?
Yeah, full circle, like, but did you kind of change your process of, preparing the show and everything with this kind of, it's been 1.5 years, like.
Well, now we have more time, it's way more cohesive, the set, even though it's changing even more, but like now it feels more solid. Also with the visuals with Tivo, like I've been able to actually work with him because I've been able to work with Tivo way better because I can hang around him and he can come to my home and we can like I will play the songs and I would be like, yo, go crazy with this thing now, or he would be like, no, I will not go crazy with this thing. What if I go crazy with that thing? Like, okay, that's also cool. Like, and before he was always improvising, like he's always been like fucking good. But now that there's like some kind of direction, like it's not only me doing my set and he doing his set. It's like we are bouncing ideas. And like I would say, like, okay, I thought about this when I made this track, so he would make some animations or visuals that would correspond to what I told him, or I would get inspired on shit he made, and all the music would correspond to that. So in the end, it ends up being way more solid. Like that's the difference. Like we have way more time because before it was plane to the studio, to the plane, to the hotel, super quick, and let's not get very tired. But anyways, we will. So I know you can like. I mean, as a DJ, it's not like bands and stuff that they stop. Like let's stop touring for 7 months. Like we're not used to that kind of stuff. We're just always on tour, you know. So if you like most DJ producers, I feel like they don't release as many tracks as other styles. Exactly because of that, like they release one single or another single, and they don't even do albums that much because doing an album takes time. Like you really need to. Okay, I'm playing from Friday through Sunday, all the way to Sunday, and from Monday to Thursday I'm going to be like slaving away in the studio, or else it's not going to get done. And like that's the thing. Like for example, last year, like before COVID started, like I was not even drinking anymore in the parties, or like it was like, well, since I think 2018-17 that I was just like, I don't want to be hangover on Monday, or I was only going to drink or stuff when I knew that I didn't have nothing to do, or I was in a festival organized by friends, but like I'm just going to have a drink to feel like shit tomorrow for the next gig and stuff. And then on Monday, Tuesday, like I will not be with energy to make music. So I guess now in the pandemic, like this just doesn't happen. Like you have a drink and like it passes, like then it's midday and you continue making music, and then you can go to sleep late and then wake up the next day and have the day for your like.
So you change also your lifestyle basically.
Yes.
It's not just about like there seems to be like the lifestyle, but also you kind of also have like a different artistic direction.
But the artistic direction is always changing. Like, of course, the lifestyle is changing, but I think the artistic direction didn't change as much.
At least talking about the visual, you kind of like you can realize that with time you could improve that part of the show, and like I would say like how people perceive that set, because I've seen basically a lot of DJ that don't get that much like visual effect, like to the point like you get a guy like doing those things in the live. You get he put his time, he tried to make it perfect for you. Like it's like there's a lot of big DJ that just put some thing in the screen, like it's not that much involved regarding the live show, like the visual you want to put. And I think that's another piece of the puzzle, that you just try to master right now, like a part of direction, artistic direction, not the whole thing, but a small part that you're mastering right now.
Yes, I mean, it's because it's not only music. Like when I'm focusing so much right now on the visuals, it's because like what I can do with the music is only so much, like, and when it's paired with visuals, like I was looking at the video from the Delta Festival and being like, okay, for me this is the final product. Like the festival was cool and that, and I said this to Yanesh and he was like, no, but it was super cool, you don't enjoy. Like yeah, it's not that I'm saying that I didn't enjoy, it's that looking at it now on YouTube is like the product in the box that I give to you. And what I mean about that, like maybe it sounds cold calling it a product, but like it's designed to be consumed. So
yeah.
And I think most of the people in the end are going to consume it online anyways. And so yes, the live experience is super cool, but like what about just putting a show like when you would have a DVD from the concert of some artist and then you play it? Like that's the cool thing that is happening now a lot with the live streaming of festivals. Like we're getting back this experience, so someone in Mexico can say like, "Wow, I saw this Australian artist because he's got internet and he was awake at the time of the transmission, and this artist was able to record it and basically be there for someone that is not there." And normally you would have to buy a ticket, like buy a train or like get a plane or whatever, move yourself to the place, and now you can just like experience a fucking wild show in your house. And of course it's not the same feeling of having everyone bouncing around you and the huge sound system, but like dude, that's the thing. When I saw the cyber world, I saw it with my 15-year-old brother, and he was lit as fuck, I was like, dude, it's like he was there in the fucking concert. And I mean, it was still lockdown, so I mean, it's not like he was going to see Cardi anyway. So
yeah, it was just like,
So when I saw this, for me it was like, dude, like my little brother is always like kind of my inspiration. Like, dude, I need to make him as lit as he got with this shit. And like right now I'm just making music, but I'm not making any effort into like the times that I perform to really make an impact, because before I would just go play and like let's go. And now like I think like I have so little, I mean like I have only a few opportunities to show my music lately because of the situation that I feel like I really need to make the most of every performance Like I really need to arrive with visuals on crack, with the sound on crack, with everything, or else, you know, like
that's goodly fair, man. I mean, you also have another perception of what you've been doing, basically, because you having a big stop like that kind of put you like, you know, like an outsider, like you've seen it like from another perception, like not just I'm doing those big show, it's lit, okay, cool, but like and now if I take it from another perspective and I have just 1 or 2 big show a year, what would I do?
yeah, like I feel like I was more riding waves before COVID, and now it's like, okay, but actually we can create waves. Why we are not doing this? I don't know.
Why not putting it like then just like if
it feels a bit
if there's
like
a reaction, cool, like we started it, like if not, we're gonna find a good one, you
like
know?
when I told you like I'm changing my style and blah 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 to something more techno-ish or minimal or whatever, and then you said, but actually there's stuff that was like that. Well, the 3 first songs were quite like that, but they were lit. And that's the thing, that the other song
that's true,
those times that I didn't have because I wasn't being able to balance the melange from the two from the different worlds. And now like it's exactly that what this guy came Karim and said, like, okay, you changed the BPM but the intensity is not moving, like it keeps the people dancing. And
but trust me, man, like
I was afraid.
Trust me, man, in this VIP area, shit was going nuts. Like nuts, bro. Like I hit a guy with the lens. Like he took the lens in the fucking face, bro. I was just like that, not moving, and they were just like,
what are you doing in your way, anyways?
They were just like bouncing around, bro, like crazy shit, and I was like, oh, you know, like you know, when the VIP gets lit, like it's like it's lit. Like, you know, people don't pay bottles like 100, 200, 300 if it's not lit. Like if they do that shit, it's lit. You know, it's like, and they got a good ass view. You know, like they pay for that. So it's like, I was like,
They were working.
Like, you know, you see how big that stage was? It was what? Maybe 20,000 people. I think the main stage is 20,000 people. Like it was huge. You can't have 20,000 people bouncing all around. This is not possible.
Unless you're like in.
But you can have groups of people really going crazy, and like you see that, like if you get a lot of different group vibing, it's already a big win, man. Because, you know, it's like, even if we go back, you know, to that set at Playboy Cardi at Lollapalooza, bro, hit it. Like if you really look like all the, you know, the plan that they get from the sky with the cameras and shit, you can see that there's still some people that are not fucking vibing, but there's some group of people that are like, they're there for just for that. Like they're ready for that. They're gonna march for fucking an hour. Like
just waiting for fucking Miley.
Like they're really like at the time Cardi get on stage, it's starting. It's anything would start when Cardi go out. Like there is no middle point. There is no break. It's just fucking raging.
Wake up.
This is the first other day.
Yeah. So, and I also feel like this album from this guy is like, this is just like a fucking bunch of.
Oh yeah, it's like,
I'm gonna knock you out because there's not been nothing as strong lately.
No.
Like everyone is like, everybody's at home, so let's make some fucking calm music because everybody's at home. So let's not make some fucking raging music because there is not parties and stadiums or whatever. Like, if people still rage at home. I do rage at home alone in my pajamas at 7 a.m. with coffee,
bro.
like, I mean, like, and this is what I mean. Like, if I want that someone can put my fucking show on their TV, and maybe they have like a nice smart home setup with colors, and maybe they have a nice sound system, and it's all going to sync with the lights of the guy. And if you did a good capture and the light is good, good process, like, dude, you fucking have a party in your house, and like, that's fucking cool, and it's for free.
You know,
and it's for free.
You know, I do the same, man. I don't have the fucking lights, but I have a huge sound system home, and like, bro, like, you know, like Uzi was doing like the, I think you told me you don't like him that much, but no problem. But he was doing the close up of the Lyrical Limited show in Chicago, bro. And basically they didn't stream it, so like they recorded like for them, but they didn't stream it, like, so you had to find like some people like filming from the crowd or shit like that. And I actually found a guy that filmed the whole fucking show, bro. So it's like, it's not professional, it's just a dude
And bro, he got some fucking good footage of the show, and I just as soon as I finally would play the whole set, bouncing home. You know, it's not even professional, but just like, yeah, like when you love the dude, you love the vibe, like you know, like the streaming, like you were saying, like, and that's true. Like with the COVID, like that shit just exploded, bro. Like everyone is doing this again, and it was not like that like a couple of years ago. And you know that they monetize this in the US a lot. Like for example, Wiz Khalifa did a show, man. You had to pay for seeing it. It was a live experience, but you have to pay. Like so, you pay, I don't know, like $10 or whatever. Like you could still find it online later on, but like if you wanted to see it like on the day, you had to pay.
Pay-per-view?
Like you pay $10 and you got this fucking show where he's basically going to do the song that he wants to do at that time, specific time, like fucking coronavirus and all that, you know. And like you home, bro. Like in that time, you just pay $10 and you just get fucking party going, bro. Like and that's awesome, man. Like you know. Yeah, so I definitely feel it.
But I also feel like it's not going to end so easily. So even though we're touring, like we still need to be conscious about we gotta stream and we gotta record a lot more because we don't know for how long this freedom is going to be available. Like
that's
like me, I don't know. Like for me, it looks a bit blurry, the future. Like I am optimist. Like I hope everything goes good, but I feel like I cannot have a preview when before I could like kind of do projections of how stuff was going to go. Not anymore so much. Like it's a bit more like mysterious.
Yeah, because we like I would say that we didn't have any like limits before. You know, it's like you will not even have this in your like perception or whatever. Like this field you're trying to see every day. Like it was not there, and now it's like you know it's over, but it's not over. There will be a new one, or this is the beginning of another one. We can't really know. So that's true that you know.
Yeah.
I think every situation gotta be you know blessing. You just gotta go there, do that, and try to put out the best of it. Like you know, remember last time we were in Paris? Like bro, there was like 500 people, like no lights, no nothing. You know.
In the boat.
Yeah, in the fucking boat, bro. Shit was nasty, man.
Like,
Like,
shit was nasty,
bro. Like I was like, that was the first time like I asked me to do video, and I was like, bro, first my camera is trash. Then I have no light, so bro, like, I can't do shit, man. Like I can try to do shit, but it's gonna be very bad. You know it. And when you see that at night, you know, you're like, bro, like, you know, blessing, you know, it's like this is
look at the Sony.
This is beautiful moment, you know, very beautiful moment. So yeah, so I don't get lost with all those topics, man. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about like because I actually saw that interview with the dude, like I was telling you, the last one, and that he told you the whole basically thing you were writing in your video and thing, you know, like the whole like I'm a traveler I didn't learn it, so I don't know it. So my real like written question would be like, what's your perception or view of time? Because I think you've been talking a lot about that, but I don't want the you know the writing history that you put on you, but what's your actual like? How do you see time right now or in a week, whatever?
I think time is like what we can see when stuff deteriorates. Kind of like for me it's a measure. It's a measure. And you can measure like from here to here or from here to here. Time, because it's linear, you know. So we're traveling right now in time. I mean, we're further in time that we were before. We're still in the present, even though, you know what I mean. It starts getting trippy. But
So
for example,
where are you?
I don't know. For example, you have these cycles of like fashion or like fads. Like, for example, every 10 years, like we'll be like, now the 70s are in fashion, or now the 60s or the 80s. And now, if you actually see, it's not like you don't have these 10-year cycles anymore. It's just like
It can be at any time.
everything at the same time. So right now, like, I feel like I have lived 3 different fucking simulations. Like 3 very different, 4 maybe. Pre-social media, pre-9/11, post-9/11, pre-COVID, post-social media. During COVID. Peut-être now is the post-COVID? I don't know. But it's 7 fucking different changes of the world. When, for example, let's say my parents, like, they are around 60, they're 60, 50, 60s. And, well, I think that they also lived these changes like that, but they lived a period of more staticness, that the processing power of computers was not growing at such fucking crazy rate, and the level of communication was not so intense, so it seemed that time would pass slower before. I mean, I was not experiencing nothing of this, but I feel like, but it, for them, probably it seemed like it was forever going to be like this. Like, for example, let's say some young people that think that speaking to people is weird, like if you don't know them online. And for us, it was on the other way, like, speaking to them online is weird, you don't know this guy. You know, like, you only know him from the internet. And now it's like, no, but I already meet on the internet. Oh, it's cool. Like, okay, I mean, I'm not saying that one is wrong or that the other one is not. It's just that it changes so fast. And I think that this is time. Like, this is how I feel it the most. Like, when something is not cool anymore and when something is cool again, or when actually you can just affect time and make something cool again, or make something stop being cool. I mean, and that you make something cool now, it doesn't mean that you made it cool. Maybe it's still shit, but for some reason you were able to change the perception of the people appreciating that into one of coolness. So this is like time affects stuff like food, it rots, music, it goes out of style, fashion, same, politics, same. So and now, like, even in politics, like, it's so crazy, like, so many, like, all of the divisions that you have, like, on every kind of art. Like, I think that now it's crazy. And, like, when I say divisions, like, I'm not mean like I'm not making any kind of political statement. I'm just saying, like, now more than ever, it is more possible to believe whatever the fuck you want and just go for it. And when before, like, it was like, okay, no, it's the reggaeton vibe, okay, now it's the skate vibe, now it's the emo vibe, now it's the hipster vibe, now it's the Harry Potter Twilight Narnia vibe. And now we don't have like these vibes, like, we just have like a bunch of vibes all at the same time. And like it's like people try to make like, well, everybody's going to remember like the 2010s for trap, for sure. But like, a lot of other shit happened at the same time. If you start looking to Europe, it's like the biggest time for like dance music and Tomorrowland and Martin Garrix and all of that. Like a lot of people in Europe didn't even fucking get to hear trap until now. That is 2020, and you really have like the big pop in French, German, Spanish, Latin trap, like not English trap. So like it needs 10 years after. So it's not like it happened with disco, and it just. So I think that genres now come kind of to stay because everything is so niched that some niches and some bubbles and some social circles or however you want to see them, some travel at faster speeds than other or at slower speeds, and faster does not necessarily mean better or slower does not necessarily mean worse. Maybe if you're going slower you can appreciate. I don't fucking know. I just know that time is affecting everyone differently, and this is time traveling for me. It's not as fun as the description, right? But that's how I see it.
That's. I think I can really relate to the. First, I would say that it's pretty interesting that you talk about the simulation because this is basically something that you've been reading, putting names on your song, talking about, I think, in your song.
For sure.
So that's kind of like makes sense. And I would say that I don't feel related about, like the 9/11 and all that because I'm a little bit younger than you, so I heard about it.
But was Bataclan for a French person?
Yeah, I would relate.
For example,
way more to that, and I would say that I was going to say that I really experienced maybe this simulation while being in the COVID. Even being not even in France. I was in Chicago, and I was like, "Is that even real? What's happening?" Like
it was global.
Like it's like fucking zombie in the street, like no food in the market. Like I was like, bro, what's going on?
Toilet paper shortages. What the fuck?
No, but that was just the trend. But bro, like trust me, the first week in Chicago, you go to any supermarket, people would bring anything. They were just taking loads of stocks, everything they could, and they were like fitting their home with it. And I was like,
alright, Chicago is fucking crazy. It's not easy city.
No, but when you look at it, you're like, bro. That's actually when you start to see the virus or like health. When it gets real, people react some fucking weird ways, and they don't, and that's when I start to look at it like when you say that word simulation, that's kind of what I felt. I was like, I don't know what's going on right now, but like, I was like, wow, that's wild, and. I won't say that it's the same feeling, when there was like the attack in Paris, because that was more scary feeling that you get from there. Like this was, I would say annoying, like the COVID, like crazy, strange, but you don't get hurt, You get hurt if someone had it or someone maybe from your family died, so you would see this event way more darker. I would say, I didn't.
For sure.
God bless, didn't touch anyone of my family, So we're good. Thank you. I was scared as fuck, but I was not even home, But yeah, I would say that the Parisian attack was like, way more like deeper. Even though I was in Paris at the time, so I was like, bro, that drop, single drop like water, it's over. Nothing. You're enjoying the show, man. You're just there like, basically like having fun, and you never come back home. That's kind of like, and that can definitely be seen as a simulation, I would say, like, or a time that gets stuck, you don't know why. It got stuck that day. Like this is not, if you take any mapped road, vision that you have the word, this is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like we actually have a society that, like a security, a lot of things, so that this doesn't happen. So how this shit get through the hole?
Because it's always going to happen. Like
yeah, but
I'm not saying like some people say, oh, you're supporting it. No. I'm just saying like there's always going to be an asshole. Like there's always going to be a party pooper. Like
Yeah, but that's still really like, you know, when you look at it, take a few steps back, you look like, bro, this is you know, this is like some magic power, like dark magic power, like, you know, it's like how this get to that point and make damage, I would say, you know, like when it's just like.
I think it's like when you take a candy from a kid and you just dangle it in front of him. And you're like, okay, give it to me. Please, give it to me. Now I'm jumping. I can't reach it. Ah, I'm making a mess. You know?
Yeah, it's like you already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, so I
But
think
you still make it, doing it.
Yeah, like, for example, like, as societies, like, every group needs to protect, for sure. But, like, I just think the levels of paranoia are being what the fuck you say that word? I don't know. Are being brought up in a way that is very convenient for manipulation of people and just keeping people scared. Like, and I'm not going like into any like anti-vax rant or nothing.
No,
like, dude, I'm vaccinated.
But
like, what I mean is like, I lost my fucking train of thought.
You lost the train?
What was I saying?
About vaccination.
Before?
Before we were talking about like the candy. Like the kid, and you can't have.
Yeah, people are fucking scared. People are fucking scared right now. This is what I mean, and like, yes, like you said, like the virus is fucking scary and everything, but like, they put a lot of people in home. A lot of people can already come back to their job, but they don't want to do it, so they stay in isolation.
Yeah,
this is not good for me.
No, it doesn't
you
help.
know,
It doesn't help.
So I have seen like many people that I know myself like suffer from COVID, but not from COVID, like from side effects of the pandemic.